Hello there, and welcome to CodeBee, the interactive web app to teach programming. My name is Shiv, and I helped create CodeBee along with my team, wherein I was responsible for level design. So, what is CodeBee? CodeBee is an interactive web application which imparts knowledge of basic programming concepts to children aged 10 to 16 through a gamified web application. It aims to teach people the principles of programming in such a way that the knowledge is easily transferable. To achieve this, a simple drag and drop interface was used, and attention was placed on usability and instruction. So, why do we need CodeBee? Well, programming and the related concepts appear everywhere and are widely applicable no matter what task is being performed. The current platforms that exist to teach programming to beginners are not very effective, as we will soon find out. CodeBee is meant to introduce beginners to programming in a simple and fun manner. We believe this is important because, as Steve Jobs said, everybody should learn to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. So let's start by looking at some competing products like Scratch and Code Academy. Let's start with Scratch. Scratch is great for learning, but once the basics are in place, Scratch becomes too comfortable for people to learn anything new. It does teach programming concepts, but not in a transferable manner. And to top it off, Scratch is open-ended and requires levels to be created by the teaching staff. This results in the problems being somewhat questionable in their effectiveness as a learning method. On the other hand, we have Code Academy. Code Academy is more language specific than concept specific and focuses more on syntax. Add to that today's simple languages like JavaScript and Python are not really beginner friendly anymore, and you have a somewhat inefficient learning tool on your hands. So, why is CodeBee a better alternative than the two platforms we just discussed? Well, for starters, CodeBee focuses on core concepts instead of language and syntax. For this, we use our own custom design language. It also follows a structured syllabus, which gradually becomes more challenging over time, ensuring proper application of the concepts that have been learned. But rather than just talk about CodeBee, let's see it in action in a demo brought to you by Deuce.
Hi there, welcome to the demo of CodeBee. I'm already logged in as a test user, so we can get started by select level and go to level 1. Firstly, we are going to click How to Play to see a basic tutorial of how to use CodeBee. There are 4 sections, which is the instruction box, the playground, and the available blocks, and the output area. So the instruction tells us to store value 1 and 3 into 2 variables called a and b, then add them and store into variable c. If we know nothing about coding and randomly drag some blocks and click submit, apparently the answer is incorrect and we are going to restart. By clicking a hint, we can see the hint of this level tells the plus operator can be used to add two variables, and the storing operation can be done by the equal operator. Now we are able to say a equals to 1, b equals to 3, and then do c equals a plus b. Then click submit again. So in this case, we got the correct answer, and we can see the pop-up window tells level completed and also unlocked an achievement. If we are going to check achievement, we can see the first achievement, completed first level, is already unlocked for us.
Thank you, Deuce. So now it's story time. What was it like to work on CodeBee? Well, there were several instances where we had to pause development to ensure a particular problem could be overcome. The biggest example of such a problem was our drag and drop interface. This interface had to be both easy to use and capable of generating an executable program. To solve this hiccup, we went through several mockups and devised a usability test with potential users for each mockup. Each prototype focused on a different way of laying out the code blocks, and careful consideration was given to how that structure would then be reconstructed into an executable program. Now, as developers, we understood the layouts and found them all easy to use, but that would not have been true for our users. The usability test helped us understand the ease of use from the perspective of someone who had never seen the system before, and that was the deciding factor in choosing to implement our code into columns for the user to view. And that's it for our presentation. Thank you for your time, and we'll now take any questions you might have.